welcome to Healthy Body by Sophie, where we move our body in fun ways. Look who I have here today. I have Nibbles with us. For the some of you who may know Nibbles from my previous videos where she has come up here. She's blind, so she's been blind for like over 3 years now. She has SARD, it's called. So it's a sudden acute onset retinal detachment disorder. As we know, we are in 2023 now, so it is a brand new start of a new year and a chance for a fresh start, right? A fresh start, that means it's time to look back at all of the successes and the lessons of the past year, 2022. And as well, to look forward to the amazing possibilities of the coming year, 2023. I'm gonna put her down on the floor and let her go back home with Daddy, and we're gonna get started with the video. So I'll be right back. All right, so let's turn the music on, and let's just warm up. The music is gonna start in just a few seconds. Yes, my camera is on. We just ordered a cage, should be here tomorrow, so we can have everything connected on the cage, on our camera. It's gonna make it so much nicer to work in this very small, compact space we're using. All right, so we're gonna do a bit of a dance moves. It's just moving your body, but doing a bit of a bar exercise. But first, we're just gonna move double tap, or you can do whatever you want. You can tap the side of your body, or your hands, clap into your hand, whichever. I like to engage my glutes, and by doing this, you're actually engaging your glutes, tapping on the side of your body. Okay, so we're gonna do, like I do the X, so it's like the cross, forward, side, back, or left and right. So we're gonna do a bit of that. Let's move our arms. So we're gonna try and focus more on the lower body, because I hear comment from people who say, not comment, actually it was more in person, people we got to see in person, where coordination made it that it's been difficult to do certain movements, certain dance routines that I've done in the past. Okay, forward, back and forth. Do a bit of a tricep stretch here. And straight, extend your arms as you go back. Then we're gonna go side, side, so back and forth. Right, left, keep going. Open and close your hand as you do a tricep, and back, back, back. Bend your knees all along. If you bend your knees, you're more grounded into the mat, the floor. Now back side, side. And pull your arms back. Head nice and neutral. Close hand open. Now forward again. Can I do this one more time? Side. Back. And side again. Side. Okay, now we're gonna change it. We're gonna go forward, and it's gonna be boring, but it's important. If you don't have this foundation, it's gonna start over. You can go faster. Switch.
switch, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, switch, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, switch. Got it? And switch again. And switch again. Forward. You got this one? Switch. Forward, side, back, side again. Forward, side, back, forward. Switch. It's going to get your quads going. Switch. Again. Back, side, switch. 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 Only once. Now switch. 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 Switch again. Switch. Again. Okay, now we're going to circle. Switch. Switch. Forward, open, back. Forward, open, back. Forward, open, back. Up. Up, side. Up, back. Up, side. Switch. Okay, now we're gonna go side, up. So that kind of prepared us with doing the up, like this we just did. Now we're gonna go, so we're gonna start here, raise, down, squat, and switch. Ready? Up, down, squat, switch. Up, down, squat, and switch. Up, down, squat down, and switch. Up, down, and switch. Up, down. Up, tap, down, and switch. Up, tap, down, and switch. Up, tap, down, switch. Up, arms with it. Switch. Up, down, and switch. Up, down, and switch. Up with your arm, down, and push down, and switch. Again. Up, down, down, switch. Up, down. Go as far down as you can. Down and switch. Keep your knee bent, the one that's on the floor. Actually, both can stand bent, or you can straighten the one that's being raised. Up, down, squat down, and switch. Again. Go as far down as you can. Up, down, and switch. Up, down, and switch. Up, down, and switch. Up, down, and switch. Okay, just keep going, squat. And watch your arms go like I'm going. Up, down, up, down, up, Stay where you are. Down. Toes pointing a bit forward. Not 100%, but quite forward. Down. Look in front of you. You feeling the burn in your thighs yet? And squeeze your bum as you stand up. Squeeze. Squeeze and down. Up. And one more. Back to the side. Up. Down. Switch. Up. Down. Up. And down and switch. Up. And down. Switch. Up. Up. And down and switch. Up. Tap. Down. Okay, now we're gonna stay here and open and close. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, and switch. You can have one side, it's gonna be harder. This is my harder side. Keep going. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, and down. Forward. Forward. Open your arms as you straighten the leg. Open your hands too. Bottom leg is slightly bent. Stay where you are. See? And switch. The other leg. So whatever other leg is it is for you. I kind of started backward on this one. Open, close, open, close. Again, switch. Up, close, open, close, open, close. And one more time to the side. Close, open, close, open. Stay with the bottom leg bent. Bottom leg bent. Close, close. If your leg can be this high, you can be here. It's okay. All right, shake it out. We're gonna go back here. And go up, down, squat, switch. Up, down, squat, switch. Now we're gonna go back. So I'm gonna turn for you to see me. And switch. This other side is harder for me. How about for you? Open, close, open, close. Keep going. Open, close. Using your arms actually help for balance. Switch leg. Up, close, back, back, close, back, close, back. Close with your arms. And then your knees bent. Foot on the side of your leg and switch. Back, close, back, close, back, close, back, close, back, close, back, close, and down. Shake it all. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna do 3 steps forward and a hop. Ready? One, two, three, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, no hop. Now we're gonna do it while moving. Ready? We're gonna go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. So go back and forth, forward and back. And hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. Back. Hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. and hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 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 Hop. 1, 2, 3, and hop. I'm going to go sideways. Ready? Same thing. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. So you can keep your leg to the side, or you can cross. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 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 1, 2, 3, hop. If you don't want to hop, don't hop. You just raise your arms. Just like this. Or you could do just a little chassé without really a jump. If you want to go hop, do hop. Hop, across. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 2, 3, hop. 2, 3, hop. 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 3, hop. 3, hop. 1, 2, 3, hop. 1, 3, hop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, hop. I'm not gonna keep doing this one. I'm gonna switch to a different one. Up, down. It's good for your shoulder. Bring your shoulder up and down. Push up, 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 up. Focusing on that shoulder up. It's gonna help release tension in your neck and the top of your shoulders by squeezing up, 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 up. Focus on that upward motion, and then let your shoulder drop back down. Then we're gonna flex our feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. And keep looking in front of you with your head. You're gonna feel it's gonna work those muscles on the side of your neck on both sides. And point, point. Keep the squat down, bend your knee. Now flex, 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 flex. Your head slightly chin forward, downward, so that you're elongating your neck muscles in the back. Now you're gonna push down instead. So you're gonna focus with your fingers, your hands, instead of pushing up with your shoulders, you push down. So you go to the side of your knee with your hand and tap. It's gonna engage your core when you do that. Now you're gonna point with your feet. Ready? Point, 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 but reach down. Tap with the side of your knee with your hand. And flex again. Now you do side, side, side. Side of your leg. Tap on the side of your leg. Now we're gonna point again. Point, point. Make sure that chin is slightly forward. It's gonna help you stay focused on what you're doing and not get dizzy. Okay, that's enough of this. Keep moving your leg side to side and roll your shoulder back and forth. So now it's not just up, it's up and back, up and roll back. Keep your elbows and arms relaxed so they're not straight. They're just kind of following the movement of my shoulders. Now we're gonna go backward. Oh, sorry, forward. Forward, which is a bit difficult to do forward. It seems awkward anyway. So open your hand. Okay. Down. We're gonna slow it down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up, down, up. Now we're going slow. The leg movement is fairly easy. Let's focus on those arms. Stretching as far as you can. And down, out to the side. Up, stretch as far as you can, up. And down. Up, down, up. So go back to bend here, this way in between. Now we've worked on that before with the other music. So cross, up, cross and down to the side. Up, side and up in front of you. Good. All right, we're gonna go across just to give it a little stretch through our body and go look behind you. Keep your knees slightly bent and switch side. So you got a bit of your cardio going, a little bit of sweat going. Nothing crazy, but enough that it's good for you. And again, switch. Look as far back as you can. If you can look at the corner over there, good. If you can't, then just look at the first corner, that's fine. There's one side that I can go a lot further than the other. Like this side, I can look at this corner. When I go this side, it's a lot harder to look at this corner, even though I can see. My body doesn't feel as flexible. All right, up with your arms and down. Relax your elbows, bend your knees, and back up. Nice deep breath in and out. Open your palm of your hand out to the side and keep going down. Hug yourself, shoulders to palm of your hand, opposite arm, and up. Stretch as far up as you can. Again, down with your left hand, or hug yourself and go reach the back of your other side of your body. And up again, straighten your legs. Now go up on your toes. Drop those shoulder blades down. And now bend your knees and go forward. Again, up on your toes, shoulders down, pull that belly in, tuck your belly in, and pull your belly in and tuck your, tighten your glutes and down. All right, well, you did amazing today. I hope you enjoyed this routine.
Hello, welcome to Healthy Body by Sophie, where we move our body in fun ways. So I just did a low impact, well, you can keep it low impact. I did a few jumps here and there, I just could not help it, I'm sorry. But I explained that you can just do without the jump. There was a few jumps here and there that I did in some of the moves, but you don't have to do it that way. So, you know, and just go with how you feel. You know, you can do a few, just test it. Just important is that even if it's just this, you don't have to go up high, right? But land with your feet bent, and always have your feet bent when you're working out, exercising. Just makes, it loads your joints and your muscles. It loads your joints because it makes you work your muscles. That's what I wanted to say. And when you load your you know, everything that's around the joints, you're increasing your synovial fluid, you know, build up, which you want to be able to lubricate and hydrate your joint. And what it does, it allows you your tendons and your ligaments. If you don't know what the difference is, a ligament is basically a tissue that attaches a bone to a bone, whereas a tendon attaches a muscle to a bone. So there's a big difference there, because a ligament is not as elastic. It has less give, and once it gets overstretched, if it is stretched to a certain degree, like past second degree or third degree, then for sure, you know, and I'm sure there's controversies there, but I'm talking generally speaking from the learning I've had with schooling, and then obviously the research that now come out. you know, what people should be doing with that. But the fact is, most often people, they have received surgery if they're, obviously each case is different. There's so much to take in consideration. But generally speaking, I'll leave it this way, if it's a grade 1 tear, it's very unlikely that someone, I don't know anybody that has, would have surgery for a ligament that is only at the 1st degree. It's kind of the same thing with because then, you know, you just strengthen the structures around it, all the tissues around, right? And as far as a tendon as well, you obviously can have surgery for any of the above, but again, you know, if it's a 1 degree, you usually don't. If obviously you have a complete detached tendon, and you obviously need to reattach that, otherwise you will lose the function of your muscle, right? Because it will be only attached to one end, knowing that a muscle has to be attached to 2 different joints, right? Generally speaking. Okay, so to go through 2 different joints. So watch out when you sit on the floor. I'm going to show you ways to work your IT band, your muscles, your quadriceps, your buttocks muscle as well. You're going to focus more on the lower body right here. So we have a few options. You can use I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm not sponsored by Under Armour. I bought this at Winners. It was a good deal actually. Actually all these 3 items, but the pink parts, the pink top and bottom are both from Under Armour, like you can't say, right? Can you? Yes, you can. And then this obviously says Nike. I'm not sponsored by Nike or Saucony, which are my shoes either. That's just me buying those products. If you are wanting to help me with those products, for me to tag you in my description below, just send me an email. It's in my YouTube channel, and I will communicate with your marketing representative. So this is another version. You can do this. I found this for like on sale under $20 at Sports Check. Again, Sports Check, if you would like to sponsor me, or Canadian Tire, I've gotten quite a bit of stuff there. I would love to work with you guys. You can use this for quite a bit of things. For your back is great. Sometimes to relieve neck pain and top of my shoulder pain, I will use this in my mid back and mid upper back, and it works really well. I even have used this on the other side of my spine. And yeah, it can relieve pain either going up or down. I even have used it to help me with low back issues, stiffness, or kind of you know, you got to be careful. You lose your breath, you know, like it's like you're gonna fall to the floor because you have those kind of pain in your back sometimes, or down in your hip. It's just, you know, it will happen with age as you do things in your day-to-day activity with your profession. That often, it doesn't matter what profession it is you're in, as sedentary or active as your profession will be, it will give you issue with something. So it's just a matter of balancing with rest, proper nutrition, decreasing your stress level, and proper exercising. And again, it's not one size fits all. It's everybody's different. Even though there are a few rules of thumb, but again, I would not say that it's a must for everybody because everybody's different. Okay. You have to work with the general physiology of the body, knowing that certain things, you know, like when you bend your back and your joints hyperextension, you don't want to get your body into hyperextension, because then you're elongating your ligaments, and that doesn't have as much elasticity as your tendons, which attach to your muscles and to your bone. So if you do not have one of these that you can purchase anywhere, you can make your own. So here, this is 2 sizes. I need to make one that's the balls, both of them are the same size. Here's the reason why it's not the same size, is because we use this to release our iliopsoas, which actually iliopsoas is in your back, the psoas portion. It's on the front of your back, on your spine, very deep inside your body. and then it goes inside the hip bone here on the side, so you have one on each side. So it goes from the middle, behind all of your organs, and it attaches right in here, but also it attaches right inside here, really deep inside, you know, your in your inside of your thigh. Not to get into details, okay? So that's there like this, you know, generally speaking, and same here, here, and here. So you have two bellies that stems from one part attaches here and goes here, one part attaches here on the spine and goes there too. Same with the other side. Now this muscle is a major muscle for lots of issues. Back pain, if that's not released, you will have a very difficult time dealing with certain issues that will never get resolved. And it doesn't mean it's gonna stay resolved once you've released it. It can come back, especially if you have a scoliosis or any of those issues, whether it's due to more so general wear and tear of the body, or specific condition with spondylitis and different things like that. But working the psoas is something that everybody should be able to do. I mean, do check with your doctor if you have any cardiovascular issue, any arteries issues. You do have your artery, you know, in your abdomen, and you want to make sure you stay off of it. Which you will know if you're on it, because you will start feeling pulsation, you know, in through the area. So then you need to kind of make sure you stay off of it. So you want to go in a 45-degree angle from your hip here bone and in this way. So you can find it by engaging your thigh, by engaging your torso, you could too. And here I like to use, so since I have this ball here in my hand, my ADD brain is all over the place, but since I have this here, I'm gonna be like this. So you could, this is a pillow that's a contour pillow for sides. I want to elevate it a little bit higher because my shoulders, you know, are a bit wider than the width of this, the thickness of this. So I want a bit of elevation and support with the other pillow underneath. And so I'm gonna go on my side. And then I'm going to get into my left side, which is usually, well, they both can be quite tight, but so here, and then you're gonna have to support with your other hand because the body's gonna want to slide, and then you get into the tissue. So you're really above the inguinal ligament, and you're just pushing into the side here. Finding clothing that are more cotton will make it easier so that you're not sliding as much as well. And then just get into that spot. If you're really tight, you will feel it, you will know it. I'm a little bit tight, but I'm not too bad. Straightening the leg here, now I can feel it. So you can see that one leg here, I have it straight like this. Instead of relaxing it down, it's allowing to put a bit more pressure into the side here. I have the leg out open. So in my iliopsoas, how to make the iliopsoas tool, that Wayne is doing with Tim, the two ultra runners. Wayne is my husband, Tim is his running partner when they run, when they have run in the past together doing training for ultra races such as Fat Dub 120. We have a video that shows you our experience. We did a few, we went there 3 times. I think all 3 are uploaded now. So this is really good here, what I'm doing. It's going to help relieve a bit of tension in my hip. So I'm really around that hip bone and pointing the ball in a degree inward. You would feel it when it's going to feel a little bit of a fascia stretch because you feel it's a bit of a burning. So if you're really low, I'm like right here. Okay. You don't need to be any much higher. You feel a bit of a burning feeling going down as I let go because I had blood flow. It was working really, increasing my oxygen, going back and forth up into my thigh. So then you would feel that rush of blood flow going back as you're increasing that fluid to move more freely, as you're releasing the tension in your soft tissue, which is good. Besides releasing your psoas, it's also releasing, like I said, the fascia. So that's for this one. Now, to get to the point, because I went on a side note of how to use this, If you want to use it for that with the two balls the same size for your back, then instead of using the balls, two balls at a different size, then go to my video to know how to make this, then use the same size balls, and then you would accomplish the same thing as this, right? It's pretty similar. So that's what I wanted to say. Now I have used this to work my thigh, but I find that I'm a lot more elevated when I use either a foam roller or the ball here to do this. It hurts, but it feels good at the same time. What I have found over time is using the stick. So I'm going to show you the stick in a minute, but here I want to show you what you can do with a ball. That ball that's the same size, you put it behind your back here, so you can be resting even on your couch, on your bed with pillows behind you. Here you could put your hands behind here to not get that too much of an extra lordosis in your low back. And then even by flexing your torso towards you, you're actually going to get into these muscles more. You can even be up here, putting a pillow behind you or a towel and really getting into those tissues. Now, believe it or not, this is going to help release tension in your back as you're working those tissue. You can cross your leg, even though crossing your leg is not recommended. Actually, I would recommend you not to. This is going to actually release some of your neck back tension. What I would do, I would put something underneath here so I can really rest. So let's see if I can add this wedge pillow. You can use whatever you can find in your home, but this is going to work really well so that when I bring my bottom down, there you go. This is actually perfect to release those back muscles that we worked with the exercise videos, that New Year video. So yes, people might call it New Year resolution. You can call it whatever you want. The fact is, science has shown that using the word New Year resolution is not really something that's lasting, and people do that for a few weeks, a few months, and then they fall out of that routine because then they're not in the new year again. So I would highly suggest to you, it's the same thing with diet and all of that thing. I follow certain protocols, and at this point I'm not doing those extremes, even though I do at times when I need a reset. But what I find is I use a combination. I treat myself during the holiday. I did this weekend, this month of December. I didn't really have any refined sugar, but I did have cane sugar in the different foods I've made, even though I minimized it and incorporated as well honey and maple syrup and monk fruit sugar and coconut sugar. But yes, otherwise I really stay away from cane, even organic cane sugar, and I stay only with honey and maple syrup and monk fruit sugar, monk fruit sweetener recently as well I have. So this is really good. You can bring it up higher and get a bit higher into your middle of the back, and those areas can get really tight. So I'm going to be more higher. Now I'm sliding because I'm not wearing the proper clothing. This clothing, my body is sliding too much on it. But here I'm more between my shoulder blades. So what I find works is if I do it over my clothing, sometimes just in my pajamas, works really good. So here I'm more higher up and working through here between my shoulder blades. That works really good. But you also can use that. So you kind of have to experiment what works for you. One thing I can tell is right now with this clothing, you see that ball is not helping me very much at all because I'm sliding and it's hard to stay on the spot. Plus these are sliding too. So if you do it on pillows that won't move, that makes a huge difference. So that's my recommendation. I'm just not taking you to my home in my different part of my house where I would do this, but where maybe I have the setup more better for this purpose. Here, these pillows are sliding when I'm going on my back. It's working here right now. So now I can do the side. I can switch to the side and working around that greater trochanter here on the side. A few weeks back, my hip, it's like I was feeling collapsing in my hip. It was not the knee, it was the hip, where I could not put any pressure or stand on that leg on and off. It would come and go, where my leg would feel it would completely give up because of pain, right? And I could not even put properly my socks on. I know it can come back, but that's because of all kinds of things, you know, maybe sitting on the couch, you know, laying in bed when you have a good night's sleep, and you spend, you know, 8 hours or more in bed, you know, if it can have an impact on your body if you're in all kinds of different positions. So try and be on your back when you sleep, and if you're on your side, try and be like this on your side when you're sleeping, or like this. It's the best way to be sleeping, so that you're not all the way here. I cannot sleep on my side, and definitely your stomach is not an option. So I suggest here putting a pillow between your knees and being more in this position. You can even have a pillow behind your back here to support the back, behind your back and your shoulder, and then one here in between your knees, and then a couple of pillows like this. Unless the one pillow you have is about this height, I suggest to do 2 pillows, a small one and then the contour pillow like I have. So working around the greater trochanter through here, so you know, you could be, there's all kinds of issues that can be. It could be because you have the tight iliopsoas. It could be also because you kind of tend starting to get a bit of a bursitis, and then that area hurts when you put pressure on it, right? So by using this ball, I'm able to, or it could be just tension in your IT band, right? So by using this ball here, I'm going over the greater trochanter, so kind of I'm going over that, all of those tissue, bursa and tendons that are attached there, and as a result, yeah, it is uncomfortable, but it is helping, and it allows me to release tension through this area, even going up into the glutes and onto the side into my gluteal minimus. So the double ball works really good because it makes it more stable. If you want to go a step higher and get a bit of an area that's a bit, you know, you want to get deeper, then you use a stick. I'm going to show you in a moment. Another option, I have heard someone, because I suggested it, and they said, yeah, I'm going to try. And they got a rolling pin at, you know, Value Village or just a regular store, right, for $4. And that does the same trick as using the runner stick. Now, I like to use a runner stick, or, you know, you could use like a rolling pin, like I said, in wood, because it's much better than a foam roller. And I'm gonna grab it for now to show you. Now, this works really good. Don't get me wrong. I was getting a spot right now into my glutes in piriformis. That was perfect. I was going a bit back and forth just to go more onto it or more into the glute minimus and greater and piriformis, back and forth. That was great. Now, if you want to get a bit deeper into your thigh tissues, go ahead with a stick. Now, this stick is good to warm up the tissue and increase blood flow as well, if you roll it back and forth, holding on to it. Now, this gets deeper into the tissue, I would have to say, and it's a more broader surface. So you go from the side. I'm below the greater trochanter here, so to those tissues attaching to the trochanter and going down toward your knee, and then I'm rolling forward a bit. You can go however forward you want here. I did that yesterday as my knee was, I don't know if it was my knee or my hip, maybe a bit of both, I can't remember. So I did right away this, because I was practicing. I did the same routine yesterday, by the way, that I just did before this video about the New Year workout video. And I didn't have the receiver mic on, so nothing got recorded as far as the voice and the audio. So I decided to redo it today. So you go back and forth at whatever level in the thigh. And once you've reached a few releases and you're happy with that, work on your breath and relax your body. Let everything turn into like whoosh, into good, like relaxing, like There you go. And then you can move a little bit lower the roller, or move your body up higher instead if you want to roll to move spot. And just the same thing. So here, from back, more towards your hamstring, and go across. So you're going across all those structures, your vastus lateralis muscle, behind the IT band. Now you're getting more on top of the IT band. And now I'm starting to feel it in my knee, the outside of my knee, which can give me some aches and pains here and there. So this helps a lot to release that. Even feeling it going around to the inside of the knee, a bit of pressure and a little bit of discomfort. And I'm going to slowly move more toward the front of the IT band or iliotibial band on my left side here. And then I'm more on the front of it. And that's bringing a little bit of pulling, a little bit of discomfort toward in here in the front. And let me tell you, doing this after you do a workout, whether, you know, even walking, you know, because walking is considered exercise, especially if you go for a nice brisk walk and you go like 3, 4, 5 kilometers or more, and then move forward. You need to do something like this afterward. If you don't do it, expect to have soreness in your body at some point. Doesn't mean that you want to have soreness even if you do this, but it will be greatly diminished if you do it every time, and even in between. I would do it in between. Now from here, I'm going to bend the knee, and that's going to engage, well, a lot of things actually. It's going to stretch my quadricep here as I'm more into the front now. So yes, my arm is a bit bent in a stretch forward here across, but I'm still supported with a pillow, and my head is resting on the pillow because I want to keep my neck muscles as relaxed as possible. They get very tight when in my day-to-day activity, when I'm working, and just lots, you know, stuff going on everybody has in life, which can make you tense up your neck besides when you're at work. So try and keep your neck not being in action if you can avoid it and don't need to. Now here I'm feeling my tibialis anterior, which is in the front of my leg over here. I can't reach exactly. Above the front of the ankle here on the outside. I can feel the tension right into there from me having the runner stick onto my thigh, in the front of my thigh. And I'm going to move down my bodies as I'm going to go up into that rectus femoris muscle, and I'm feeling it more in my knee when I do that. So what does that tell me? That tells me that that tightness here, if I don't work it out, my knee is going to start hurting probably this week, and I have to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm probably going to have to work this Friday as well, as I need to cover a few appointments for my husband, who is not able to work right now. He injured himself on Christmas Day in the evening, and yeah, he's not able to work right now. So I want to make sure that my body is nice and loose. I might have to do that during the week as well. And let's go back and forth and stretch that out, just so that this weekend, if I want to do another video, I am in good shape. Now I'm going to go back to the side, lift your body up a little bit if you need to, and I'm going to switch. So you can see here I got into all these muscles. I didn't go too much down, but you could include going further down. And this is going to help my leg be so much better. Now what you can do after that, you can roll them back and forth. You can do it from standing, you can do it from sitting. As you do that, you can see, you know, it's not as pronounced as here where I sat for a little while, but you can see that it's increasing blood flow. So you could do that, increasing blood flow. You want to do a bit more leg exercise. There you go. Here doing a little bit more ab exercise here just by doing this, and you're using the stick to roll. You can even get into your tibialis anterior, like I was talking about earlier, which I should be raising this, so I'm gonna keep going down to the whole thigh,
And for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna stick only to this side, but you need to do both. I highly recommend to do both sides at home. So now I'm a little bit lower in my quadricep. Same thing as you saw those marks from the wave of the stick. Now I am more going down toward closer to the knee. So now I'm gonna feel it more intense in the knee. That you know, like tightness around the knee, around where the stick is, and with a little bit of discomfort, yes, but even going on the inside of the knee where my adductor muscles are, and the medial quadricep muscle as well, and your VMO. So here, I'm gonna move down a bit, and then I'm gonna repeat the same thing where I'm gonna bend the knees. So I'm gonna make myself comfortable, move my hair out of the way, adjusting the pillows that I'm resting my hand, my arm, and my head on. And I'm just gonna go from bending to extending. So you see what my leg is doing here? I'm straightening the other one for you to see, if that helps. There we go. If I was using the other leg to do this, then I would not be able to see you and face you. That's why I have to do it this way. Okay, and flex your foot when you do this. You could point to and flex. So when you flex, you're stretching your calf more. When you point, you're stretching your tibialis anterior in the front more. So just go back and forth. And now alternate. Flex when you go down and point when you go up. It's good to go in all the possible directions you can think of. It makes everything so more pliable, elastic, and functional. There's not one way to doing things. Okay, so this is good. There we go. I feel a bit of the clunking as I go through the different structures. You could take it a little bit lower, just be careful, don't go, make sure you stay on the tissues and not going on the joint itself. Yes, I feel I need to go a little bit lower here. That's gonna help a lot. And make sure you breathe. Okay, so my video had stopped because it was 30 minutes. So yes, I'm gonna wrap it up soon so that, but you did get the gist of it. You do this on both sides. And when you just do the exercise without all the explanation and all of the knowledge I'm giving you here, and feedback of how, when I am doing it, what I feel, it's important to hear from others so that you know what's going on with your body. Many people have the same issue, but at the same time, you know, some people have completely different issues. So it's good to give a variety of information. So now this is really good. Lower closer to the knee and rolling back and forth sideways. And you can again bend the knee, extend the knee, flex the foot, extend the foot as you do it, just to get as much pliability going in all of the joints up and down. Good. Now I'm gonna go below the knee and do the same thing with the tibialis anterior. So here, if you had a lot of tightness, you could feel it quickly. Now with this one here, because I'm further away, you know, the fulcrum point, so here it works better if I'm more like this. I could even use the wedge pillow that would put my body in a little bit of a higher position, but even that I can feel it through releasing here into my tibialis anterior. You can really feel that it's getting there. Let me move this out of the way here. But this is gonna make my body higher so that I can get to this tissue. And that's why I'd rather use a frozen water bottle or a stick like this than a big 6-inch in diameter roller, because then my body is, so here it's good because I have my torso elevated with this combination of these 3 pillows here. And my body is safe. I mean, obviously my neck and my neck muscles are engaged here, so I'd rather keep it relaxed here. But then if I'm too low, I'm not gonna get the weight I need down onto that leg, even though I am a little bit. So there, this is working. If I wanted more, then I would raise my body higher. But this is actually working, so I'm resting my neck not to stress these tissues because they're gonna get stressed quite a bit this week, and I need to watch that. Okay. All right, there. I'm gonna move this a bit closer, and I'm gonna be more higher up on that pillow, on those pillows, and I'm just gonna use my arm this way. Now you may not use any pillow, and you may choose not to, but I need to keep my neck as safe as possible and relaxed. And actually right here is good. I want more straight vertical, putting as least amount of stress on my neck. And I'm going back and forth just like this. This works really good. So I'm feeling the stretching, and that's good. And I'm just gonna look down with my head to keep my head neutral. Good, that feels good. Well, it's like a good hurt kind of thing, right? And breathe. Do that however long you want. But I can feel this is working really good. This is doing a good job of stretching that fascia. But you have to relax. That is really, really good. If you don't have anybody, press here because I actually have my body pinned, but like it's gripping onto the pillow here. I'm getting a little bit of a fascia stretch into my the side of my body, so it's stretching my QL, quadratus lumborum, and same the fascia of the side of my hip here, but on my left side as I'm working my left tibialis anterior. So that's actually a very good stretch. I'm feeling all the way to the forefoot, all the way to my toes, pretty much all of them, more closer to the little toe, digit number 5, and then even all the way to my big toe, digit number 1. So this is very good, and I'm gonna switch sides. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move this to the other side, and I'm gonna do a quick routine with not as much, so see what happened here, so you can get into the tissues. This is still red, believe it or not, so don't get freaked out. You might not want to do it as long as I'm doing it, but I've been doing this for quite a while, as in many years, over a decade now, and so I know what my body can take. So here I'm gonna go up into the glutes, and I'm gonna work in the glute muscles. I can go all the way up at the crest before it meets the back, and really get into these tissues here. And I even feel it compressing back here, wrapping all around it and giving me a good release in through here. Because what happened, when the iliopsoas tissue muscle has been released enough time, and you've also had done visceral manipulation, which is actually very important and helpful. If you've never had it, research it. Research through the Upledger Institute in the United States. You can find, well, you can find them all around the world, actually in France too. I've researched for some for my family, but all over the world, even the United Kingdom, Australia, all these countries for sure will have practitioners there and even courses to learn it. But visceral manipulations through Jean-Paul Barre, I think it's the way we say it. It's anyway, it's on the website upledger.com. If you go to upledger.com, www.upledger.com, for craniosacral Dr. D.O., so Doctor of Osteopathy in France, Jean-Paul Barre. That's his technique that's being learned, that helps with releasing tension through here, which helps with all kinds of musculoskeletal issues and soft tissues. So here now we're going to move down and go more into the glutes, and then eventually I'm going to move up onto that pillow. as I'm working my T-band, but and over, so be careful over your greater trochanter. If you do have a issue with a bursa, be careful on that. You want to work around it and not create more inflammation for it. So for now, as I'm working just the thigh, upper thigh, I'm just going to use a pillow like this, not with the other one that I just found helped with working the tibialis anterior over here. We're just using the two right now and getting into those spots. So you rotate back and forth, forward, and breathe out. And let it sink in and keep moving. So I'm below the greater trochanter into the more, getting more into the belly. We're not quite there. There we go. And side. And I'm going to rotate back more. So my shoulders are falling backward. And that's a really important area there. Fascia restriction. When people have sciatic issue, hamstring issue, that area right here is actually very important. And here you can get the stretch at the same time of your torso if you can. If you can't, just keep pillows behind your back so you can rest there. And then from here, go back on your side. And forward. Okay, so you do this as many times as you want. A few more times if you could. I'm going to move on so you can see it a bit further down. It's basically the same thing. So I'm more in the back here. You're not going to feel it as much because I'm not higher up here where I was earlier. But lower here, you're not going to feel it as much back. Okay, unless your hamstring is so tight, which then it is so tight that you need to really work on it and watch my plantar fasciitis video because it's going to show you ways to stretch your hamstrings and your calves in a way that is very, very helpful. Using a wall, putting your legs up against a wall, getting into plow position as well can be very helpful. And then you move forward. Ooh, there we go. Now you're going to bend your knee and extend. Bend the knee and extend. Keep going, nice and slow at whatever pace you want. Breathe in and breathe out. That's tight all the way on this side. I tend to have less knee discomfort on this side, but it is still quite tight on this side, and occasionally I may, but usually it's my left side. I'll have to say my left side, that's just, I'm right side dominant, however, it's always, this leg is always forward when I, it's my starter leg. I can't think of what it's called. When you're gonna do a cartwheel or handstand, this is my dominant leg or more comfortable leg because I kick with the right, and then my left leg is the one that's forward, so it takes the impact of my body leaning forward. So that could be the reason why my knee now is this one that's more sore as a result, because it's causing more of an impact through here, which is why this side of my hip is tighter. Well, part of the reason probably, and then this side of the knee as a result gets more compromised over time. And then if you have a healthy, relatively healthy knee, then you might just only feel it as you get older, closer to the age where you start losing collagen, which my age is considered when you start losing collagen. But I am taking collagen and supplements that are helping me keep making collagen, so that helps. So here on my side, and slow. So from the side here, I'm slowly going forward, and that's going to add a little bit of discomfort, but I know it's going to help me. And just work through it. Breathe. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. You could have a pillow here if you want to have a pillow to rest this leg. That's completely fine. Breathe in and out. So you would do this as long as you want to hold that. And then you go more forward and bend and extend. Now you might feel a little bit more on the side of the knee, but outside, but as well it may go on the inside. So here make sure your gluteal muscle is relaxed
everything to the lower extremities. Relax at your hip. You can feel, you know, your hip and the bony structure to be resting onto the mat. Don't tense it up. Relax. I'd rather you do it less, not as long, and really focus on relaxing. So I have a few spots here and up here I could go one more here. Let's do that. Just a few seconds, don't need to be long. Just to get a feel for it. There we go. And bend and extend. You can feel the muscle, it's popping over the grooves of that running stick here, the muscles, the different structures. And I can feel it going on the inside of my knee here. So that's good. It's releasing so much. I can feel around my hips, around my glutes. Things are loosening so well. I feel so much tension around here from what I'm doing on my thigh and closer to the knee. It works great. If you don't believe me, just do it. I don't have to do it as long as I'm doing it, even though eventually you should work your way up to be able to do that. So I'm going to bring this closer from what I gathered was doing the other side. It works well. There's a clothing I'm wearing, so you have to consider everything. The location you are, the clothing you're wearing. So I'm going to be about here. And then I'm rolling onto my, so I want to come up higher more. There we go. And I'm going to work on that tibialis anterior. Even though this tibialis anterior is not as, I didn't have that referral pattern like I did on the left. I still want to work it. So I have both knees, one on top of each other, and I'm just going back and forth here. And I can support both of my arms this way. If you're looking down more forward, you're going to relax your scalenes muscle and, well, the side ones. And then you're going to be able to relax your head just down forward. So that works really good. There. That's a really good stretch. It's stretching the fascia, it's pulling the fascia apart. I can feel it from the burning, but I know it's going to help me. It's going to help prevent getting any plantar fasciitis, any shin splint, any of these things, and even knee issues, because I am keeping the tibialis anterior muscle right now from tensing up and pulling the knee, and then pulling all the structures that are around the knee, in addition to all of the other structures above the knee that goes up into my thigh, and then you can keep going up to the torso. So that felt a nice release. Last thing I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna relax laying down on my back over here. So there's a few ways. You could put a pillow here, go onto your side, take the pillow with you for your head, so you go as far as you can closer. If you can't touch here, don't worry, you can be here, that's completely fine, and have your legs here, right? I'm gonna go up close because I can be at 90 degrees further, but you don't have to. So even if you can't, do it anyhow, because now just lay down like this. If you can't straighten your legs and you're actually only here for some reason, you start tight here, just put your legs on the back of on the couch or on the front of a couch with your knees resting on the seat of the couch. And then all you do, you add a few pillows to raise your legs eventually here. And then once you pass this area, which at 90 degrees here, then if you can have your legs higher up, then go up to the back of the couch and then just rest your legs up. So this is a good stretch. You could have a pillow on the floor here or not. I'm going to put now, just to give me a little bit of a supporting my lower back. And then you're going to stretch your hamstring back here and your calves. It feels so good. Palm of your hand face up here. So here, because I'm using, this is not actually a wall, right, as you can see. I'm further than 90 degrees here, and my hands can slide underneath. So what you could use then at home, if you're going, can be that flexible here and comfortable like I am in the stretch. Do it at a dining room table or some kind of a table where basically the table would be about at this height of your body, anywhere from above your knee or below technically, if your leg was standing straight
feet down, but here between your knee and your ankle. And then relax. Push your head back into the pillow to elongate your neck muscles and your deep posterior neck muscles here. So take a nice deep breath in. Push your belly out on the exhale. Push down your head into the pillow and relax down. Breathe in and out. Push back into the pillow. It's a good stretch for your neck at the same time. And now I'm going to switch side. So try and have your feet pointing straight. Don't have your feet pointing out straight, because then it's going to square your hips, so that your hips, knee and ankle and toes are all going to point in this direction, kind of like forward, if you were standing, or here just, just aligned. Breath in and exhale. And keep doing this. Breath in. Push your belly out and exhale. Push your head down into the pillow. Okay, that's gonna make it a little bit more tender, like through here, back here, because you're really focusing on stretching everything. You may feel it more into here. Okay, you could do a nice chin, chest to the chin, feet to the chest. Breathe in and out. If you have pain in here, I did actually earlier today, and it's very common for me, right in here, when you do this, get a little bit of a tightness here. You remember what I did earlier with the ball and the roller, and the running stick, where I work those areas on the thighs like I did here. I had the tightness in here earlier doing this child pose on my back. I don't now. I know it's because of this. I did some ranges of motion, cardio movement, cardio flossing earlier, and I know that the combination of everything that I did has helped me release that hip flexor tightness. Subscribe, send me super thanks so I can keep providing videos like this. Wayne and I together, we make a team that can give you all of the support you need to make you have a very wonderful and productive 2023. Until next time, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Until next time, namaste. Thank you for joining me.
You like yourself when you finally let someone in and give you some help. Hey, yeah.